Hi there folks, I'm Katie McDonald again. Welcome back to the Rialto Hotel in Veneto Lounge. Today I'm going to be making a variation of a classic drink. This is called the Ramos Gin Fizz. I didn't realize that this drink, because it's so elusive and it has such a mystique around it, it's quite an infamous drink. A lot of bartenders won't make it. I had quite a bit of troubles finding it in other cities, or finding a bartender that would take the time to make it and enjoyed making it. I love this drink. It's delicious. I love flower waters. In the Jenkins, I used rose water. In this one, I'm using orange flower water. The first step is to pick a gin. In this case, I've picked a Saffron Gin. Because of the variation style I'm going for, it's going to add a really interesting dynamic. So about 1.5 ounces of that. Paired with the saffron, I wanted a sweetener that would add an extra dynamic. Usually there's simple syrup and a scoop of granulated sugar. So I'm subbing out the simple syrup and I'm putting in a vanilla liqueur. 1/2 ounce of that. So while we're on the sweeteners, I'm going to be doing a scoop of sugar. Don't worry about the granulated sugar, it will dissolve into the drink. Orange flower water. Now again, like I said before with the Jenkins, you be careful with these because they can easily overpower the drink. Most people will use about 3 dashes. I find a little bit more adds a nicer character. Again, I use the smell test with this one. Now where this drink takes on a whole other form is in the other ingredients. I'm going to add a 1/2 ounce of cream. It doesn't need to be a heavy whipping cream. It can be a table cream, like 1/2 and 1/2. That's just fine. At this point, I'm going to use an egg white. Now I can guarantee no one looks like a big pro when they're doing that. So have some fun with it, enjoy it, practice a little bit, and eventually you'll be able to strain an egg white quite easily. Then we're going to move on to our citrus juices. We want a 1/2 ounce of lemon and lime. Again, with citrus juice, you can add dynamic by varying it up. Instead of just putting lemon or just putting lime, this drink is great because it has both. Fresh squeezed again is best. Use what you have, but your drink is only as good as its components. I'm going to use a lime here. Perfect. So 1/2 ounce of a lime as well. Beautiful. At this point, I like to dry shake this cocktail. What you're doing is you're activating the egg white, getting it nice and frothy. You don't have to shake it too much. The tin will like to burst because you're building up a lot of pressure in there. Just make sure you get a good seal on it before you're shaking. Now we can add our ice. So while I'm shaking, I'll tell you, the guy that invented this drink, his name was Ramos. And he used to have 5 barbacks all along his bar, and their job was to shake his cocktails. So throughout the night, if you ordered one of these, this shaker would get passed down to each barback, and they would shake. These shaker boys would shake it. That should be good for us. Because we dry shaked it, That's going to eliminate some of the time that we had to spend shaking it with the ice in there. If you're making these at home or for a party, half the fun is getting people to shake it, passing it around the room. I used to work at a restaurant called Solomon's, and there we would get everyone in the restaurant to shake it. Even the head chef would come out and shake this cocktail. It was a lot of fun, and it got a lot of attention. So I like to make sure lots of the foam comes out through the mesh. Because in some ways I consider this almost an adult style milkshake. I'm topping it with soda water. And at this point, I'll give it a little stir. And pop in a straw. Beautiful. There we have my variation of the Ramos Gin Fizz with saffron and vanilla. And I'm Katie McDonald. Check out some of my other videos for Art of the Cocktail, including the Jenkins and my variation of the Manhattan, the Mad Hatton.